Hello everyone. The audio is going to be kind of weird for the next episode or two. Genuinely don't know what was going on. But it will be fixed. Swear to God, enjoy the crunchiness. I actually kind of prefer it, but I'm not going to keep it this way because it is not as nice. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 21 of Pokemon Prism. On the last episode, we went through the Firelight Caverns behind me, evolved K from a Vulpix into a gorgeous Ninetales. And basically that's all we did, I'm gonna be honest. We did some housekeeping, but that's what it is. And we ended up in the Provincial Park. Here we are now. Let's see what we can see. Right here we have an area we can't access because it requires surf. Got this gorgeous music playing behind me. Baneri. The Pokemon here are actually seemingly a pretty decent level. If there was ever a time to add someone into your party, I think now is a perfect time. Here we can use Cut. Yanma and Yanmega are great Pokemon. There's a house right up over there. We can leave if we want. And we might. I do want to explore a bit though, see if there's anything interesting in the Provincial Park before I just run away. Going down from Firelight Caverns, we've seen what there is to see, actually. Nothing behind the house right here. Nothing behind the cavern right here. So let's go back up. And since there doesn't seem to be anyone in the park itself at this time, let's head into this house. There's a challenge going on here at the park. Interested? Instructions. Ugh. Fine, here are the instructions. Each spot might contain balls, a Pokemon, or nothing at all. If you battle the Pokemon, or pick up the items, the spot will become empty for a while. Empty spots will regenerate after a minute or so. The Pokemon you'll find here are stronger than the ones found in the wild elsewhere, and will be shiny more often. You cannot use your own Pokeballs here, you'll be given a supply of Park Balls, and you can use the balls you find in the park as well. You'll have to return the Park Balls you don't use. You cannot take with you the balls you find either, but we'll keep those for your next visits. You will also have a time limit. Once the time is up, the PA will notify you and you will be taken back to the entrance. So are you interested or not? Very interested. This is like the Safari Zone. This is very cool. And you have 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes. This is different on weekends. It is 20 minutes for 2,500 and the encounters are different. I'll go over that as we're going through. Let's spend 20 minutes on 30 Park Balls and the opportunity to catch Pokemon. Spot number 2 contains 1 Ultra Ball. We're definitely going to pick it up. And avoid that guy. We're going to go into these shrines right here. And we have a Yanmega, level 20. The levels of the Pokemon you fight here scale with the Pokemon that you have. And it can, yeah, so you can, if you have a team of level 100 Pokemon, you can, oh, my bad, critical hit, okay, that's not my bad. Can find it that way. And in spot number 11, there's a level 25 Yanma. We might have a better chance of catching this. Since we're in the day, I'm going to go over the day encounters first for this challenge, and then go over the morning, night, and weekend encounters. During the day, you can find Paris, Yanma, okay, well I'm wrong. Yanma, Parasect, Ariados, Volbeat, Illumise, and Yanmega with a 1% chance. So, the Yanmega nuking that was actually not the best option. I also wish Lydia had Nightshade, because that would actually be a better move in this particular instance, but that's okay. I'm choosing to fight all of these Pokemon, but you don't have to. There's no real reason to. If there's a chance of getting a shiny, I don't want to miss it. Basically. Down goes Paris. And in spot number 6, there's an Ariados. During the morning, you can find Butterfree, Yanma, Golbat, Fearow, Pidgeot, Scyther, which is extremely cool, and Pineco. There's no way Noise is super effective on Bug Poison. I love being right. Poison Sting! Not the 3 damage Poison Sting. The Park Balls look really cool. I hope I catch this in a Park Ball. Wish you could use Park Balls all the time. Park balls have the same catch rate as Pokeballs. They're just nifty for this. With our second Park ball, we catch Ariados, and I gotta be quick naming it because I don't want to run out of time. Lydia grows to level 34. Mwahaha. Pain Split. Pain Split's a funny move, but it's not a good move in my opinion for most cases. The long leg Pokemon. If we check, the spot is empty, but it will refresh. Spot 8 is empty, even though we haven't checked it yet. And there's a level 23 Yanma in here. During the night, you can find Golbat, Vulpix, Growlithe, Graveler, Magmar, Golem, and with a 1% chance, you can find Gible. If you wanted to get yourself a Gible, it would evolve into a Gabite pretty quickly, assuming all of your Pokemon are around the same level as they are right now. And Garchomp would be yours very soon. That also means that you can get, I mean, between all of the Pokemon available here right now, or all the Pokemon you have access to right now, you could have a Pupitar and a Gible. You could just kind of keep on collecting the pseudo-legendaries. I think that's extremely cool. I think Gen 7's pseudo-legendaries with Kommo-o are some of the coolest. I've really come around to them. Love those Pokemon. But darn her, I hardly know her. I actually hadn't seen a dragonfly for the first time in real life since I was like a little kid, until about like I was like 17, and it was like really weird the first time I saw one because this is gonna sound annoying. I was in Japan. I took like a high school trip to Japan. It was like my senior trip, and it was so cool for a variety of reasons. But seeing a dragonfly in real life is actually one of my highlights from the trip because I hadn't before, and whenever I see dragonflies, so cringe. Whenever I see dragonflies, like, I think of that trip to Japan, and I think of just like how cool it was to be able to do that in the first place, especially because I worked my summer job when I was 16 to be able to go on that trip in the first place, and it was so like, I don't know, it was like a very quintessential like high school experience thing for me to be able to do. I'm wasting time. No. As you can see, the entrance to Firelight Caverns is off limits during the challenge. Insisting won't make me move. Boo. In spot number 12, there is a Paris. Are you shiny? No. If we got rid of Carl from our party, all of the Pokemon here would be around level 33. I'm fine having it be this way, genuinely, because I don't intend on using any of the Pokemon from this here. Got that 1% chance Yanmega again. Eek! And now that we know what move we can use without knocking it out, I'm gonna go for Noise Pulse. For the weekend special Pokemon, you get 2,500 for 15 minutes and 20 Park Balls. And you get Cacnea, Paris, so very similar to the day, Weepinbell, Breloom, which is extremely cool. Confused now. Tangela, Victory Bell, and a 1% chance of finding Eevee. There are a few other places you can find Eevee in the game up to this point, but this is one of the more consistent places. Yanmega goes for a wing attack that I thought it was super effective for a second. I actually got really scared. I'm gonna go for the Ultra Ball just because I'm done chancing it. And oh geez, I need to swap. Pain Split would have been a good move to have here, but that's okay. Please be confused. Please be confused. Please be confused. Yes. Will-O-Wisp would also be a good move to use here, but that's okay. And we got it! Yippee! Ogre Darner. Its jaw power is incredible. It is adept at biting apart foes while flying by at high speeds. So cool. This is such a cool Pokemon. With that, I think it's been a minute, so we can go check out the other shrines. And there's a Volbeat. I'm going to choose to not battle that. And find a level 27 Paris instead. There's no way to actually... Well, I might be wrong. I might have to eat my words. There's no way to actually see how far along you are in the challenge. So I would personally recommend either setting a timer or just... Oh no, I'm wrong. Yep. So as you can see, we're about halfway through the challenge. Which means it's time to get serious. Sending K out into the lead. I'm looking for a Volbeat. Instead, we get Parasect. Cool Pokemon. This could very well be where our rival got his Parasect. Every move I have is going to be super effective. Ember was actually double effective, so... Goodbye, Parasect! Sorry you weren't shiny. 5 Pokeballs. We won't be able to use all of those right now, but again, they will save for the next time we're here, which is very cool. I can't remember if we caught a Volbeat or an Illumise already, so... We'll say hi to Volbeat. Yeah, okay, we didn't. Good. Zen Headbutt's gonna be not very effective, I believe. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Ninetales is very... specially defensive, and it's more of a defensive Pokemon, but not the crit. Okay, so I'm looking for a Volbeat or a Parasect for me to do my business with. I will take 2 Pokeballs. This is most comparable to the National Park Challenge in Gold and Silver, Gold, Silver, Crystal, I guess, but I like this version of it a lot. You get to use your own Pokemon. You get to kind of just circle around. It feels a lot like doing your dailies in like a gacha game or just like a grindy game. And it's like, this is very cool. I'm very happy for this. There's no way to know if the Pokemon that you're going into the shrine to see is shiny or not without opening it. What? Is that Cotton Spore? Effect Spore. That's what I meant. This is a waste of time to not just swap over into something else, but I'm fine with it. Waste my time. Oh wow, the 4-turn sleep. So just to kind of be clear, if you sleep the enemy, they will wake up in 1 turn. If the enemy sleeps you, you are there as long as possible. That is crazy. And I'm gonna use a Park Ball because there's no reason to use a Park Ball. I mean, to use a Pokeball when you have a Park Ball. Just cooler. And we got Parasect. If we can catch... what's its face? Level up. Hee hee hee. Flare Blitz? No. If we can catch Volbeat, we'll have caught every Pokemon possible during the day. And we have 6 minutes left, so we got plenty of time, actually. Volbeat? No. This area is also small enough that you can pretty easily remember the way things go in here, the way things look. I am confident saying that K is not going to knock this out in 1 hit. Fingers crossed. Yes! And with this Park Ball gotten, We have Volbeat. That's exactly how it should be. Amazing. And now I'm just going to be looking around, seeing if there's any shiny Pokemon, anything interesting. I don't expect there to be. As I was saying earlier though, Gibble and Gibble and Eevee are going to be extremely possible to find because of how shrines work. You're going to know exactly what encounter you're getting when you check it. And it really doesn't hurt to just check, see, okay, there's a Yanma. I'm bored. If this said Eevee, imagine I'm like, yes! I found what I was looking for. And you have enough time, I would say even in the 10-minute span, if you're only hunting for one Pokemon, you can pretty reasonably find it in that amount of time. They're also spaced far enough between each other that you can make rounds in 1 minute if you're picking like 1 or maybe 2 Pokemon every time. Their cries are similar. With 3 minutes to go, we have a Great Ball at our disposal. In order to reset them, you obviously do need to fight them, but that's doable. A Quad Weak Parasect does go down in 1 Ember. As it should. If it didn't, I was going to be actually genuinely amazed. You can also end it early by talking to him. But, I mean, I paid for the full 20 minutes. I'm going to use the full 20 minutes. And if you are curious, the increased shiny odds that he was talking about is a 16-time chance increase. That means that if you... the normal 1 in 8,000 shiny chance rate is going to actually be 1 in 512. That is pretty good, especially for Gen 2. That is exceptionally good. That also happens because the Pokemon's DVs in this area, kind of the like prelude to effort values, their DVs in this region, or in this area of the map, are all set to a level that allows that to happen. That also means that that all Pokemon you find here are going to be better, a little bit stronger than the Pokemon you can find everywhere else. That's one of the nicest things about this, actually, I think, is that you have very consistently, like, strong Pokemon you can find here. And we have 35 seconds remaining. Come on, Paris, you have to be shiny. Make it up to me. It isn't. I think I have enough time to check one more. But if it's shiny and I don't have time, I'm going to be so butthurt. And it's empty. Spot 7's empty. Eek! No shiny. Darn. Darn. Get out. And it won't kick you out if you're in the middle of a battle and you run out of time. It will wait until the battle's over and then kick you out. Ding dong, your time is up. Welcome back. You'll have to return the park balls that you didn't use. I'll also keep the rest of the balls that you found in the park for your next visit. Here are the Pokeballs that I kept for you when you entered the park. Come again. I personally won't be coming back again, but I think if you find a Pokemon here in the Provincial Park, this is one of the best places to add a new member to your team, both because of the variety and because the quality of the Pokemon that you're able to find here is more consistent than the Pokemon you're going to be finding out in the wild. I would highly, highly recommend it. That said, now that we're done with the Provincial Park, I think that is a good place to end for today. A little bit of a shorter one, a little bit of a specific one, but I think it's fun. I think it's fine. In this episode, we went through the Provincial Park and caught what we could. We definitely increased our Pokedex count. Now we have owned a total of 37 Pokemon, which is pretty good. In the next episode, we are going to head through Route 81, go to Route 80, go to Route 80 eventually, since we're going to be blocked from going to the Akanea dock. See you guys then.